Welcome to the October 2021 Las Vegas and Henderson Real Estate Report. I'm Jan O'Brien with Living Las Vegas and Henderson at Fidacity Realty. We're your team of local area experts serving the entire Las Vegas Valley, including Henderson, Pahrump, Boulder City, and the entire valley. In this month's discussion, I want to cover obviously the Las Vegas and Henderson area stats. Then I'm going to jump into the national housing stats and talk a little bit about expectations with home appreciation, what's going to happen with mortgage interest rates, and the fact that we're still in a seller's market, but it is adjusting. So let's look at the housing snapshot. Focusing first on single family homes. The median sales price was $406,500, up 20%, 20.5%, which is what it's been holding, somewhere between 19 and 22% increase from year over year. New listings are coming on the market around 430, and units available, meaning what's out there to purchase, is still incredibly low, almost down 28% from this time last year, even at 3463, which gives us a 1.1 months supply of inventory, which is also down almost 27%. That just simply means if everything stayed the same in the buyer demand, no other homes came on the market, it would take a month, a little over a month, to exhaust the supply of homes. Now let's look at condos, because condos and townhomes nationally are trending as the people are moving to potentially looking at condos and townhomes just because of not enough inventory, high prices for single family homes, and it's happening across the country and definitely here in the Vegas area. So the median sales price has moved up 17.6% year over year with 230,000, and you can see it's under a month's supply, which is very significantly down year over year. So condos and townhomes are moving as well. Did something a little different this month, and I really wanted to do this to be able to show what has happened this year with just single family homes since the beginning of the year, how they have gone up consistently, but what I have been projecting and what we're seeing is a leveling off. So you can see in the beginning of the year, the median sales price for a single family home was $343,900, and it bounced up here. And then we had 3 straight months of $10,000 of just month over month appreciation. And then we hit this $396 in July. It was $405 in August. It was $405, and it's kind of remaining steady here in September. We'll see what happens through the rest of this year, but I really project that this is going to continue. We're not going to see these tremendous gains if we continue to see things like the mortgage interest rates tick up, and as well as more inventory coming onto the market, which is all things that are starting to happen. Some other interesting Las Vegas stats: cash sales continue to be strong. They were 29.1% of all sales in the month of September. The short sales and foreclosures are still very low. They may take several months to see this uptick a little bit to years past, but it's 0.4% of all closings in September were short sales and foreclosures, which compares to 1% a year ago. Now, why this went down obviously was the moratorium on foreclosures, which has been lifted, but it's taken a while for the mortgage companies to work through this. Plus, people have a lot of equity, so folks are probably going to put their homes on the market before they allow their home to go to short sale or foreclosure. We'll see what happens in the coming months. All right, let's look at some national trends. And as you can see, home price appreciations, this was just quarter 2 of 2021. The average in the United States was 17.4%. I just showed you that it was close to 20% just for the month of September in Vegas. And you know, that's right about where we are, in between this 15 to 20% here in the state of Nevada. Now, what most of the economists and the experts in the real estate industry are saying is by the end of the year, you know, conservatively, maybe it'll be about 12% overall appreciation for 2021. Then you can see that it's moving back into a normal appreciation, which is somewhere between 3 and 5%. Really, it's 3 point something percent generally is the norm historically. So this is good for normalizing things a little bit, and hopefully will help make some adjustments. Now, the thing to watch is mortgage interest rates. We've been reporting that, you know, was going to look into 2023 and beyond to see some movement in mortgage interest rates. But if you're following the news, you can see that the Fed is changing their policy a bit and not buying as many bonds and so forth, which now moves the mortgage interest rates to take a little jump. But it's interesting because they jumped up a little bit, then they came down again. But this is what the projections are moving forward into 2022, that we may see mid threes. Now, there's certainly nothing to be crazily concerned about, in my opinion. If we can keep the interest rates under 4%, that historically is still amazing. If you take a look at where interest rates have been in the past, and if you've bought and sold homes before, what 8 and even up to 10 and 12% interest rate can mean. But still very healthy. But again, after several years of having it in the threes and so forth, we're going to see some movement of things upticking, and moving 0.5% or 1% can definitely impact how much home you can buy. All this to say, it's definitely still a seller's market. And a seller's market just basically means that there's less than 6 months supply of inventory. And we're, right around one month. So it's still super strong. We're in Vegas below this 2.6. So what are the benefits if you have a home to sell? Well, there still are multiple offer situations, maybe not as many as we had a few months ago when it would just seem to be a frenzy. But on average across the country in August, it was about 3.8 offers. Now, what we're finding is if your home is in great condition, this is always the case no matter what the market, and it's priced properly, it is going to create that bidding war. That's what's happening. People want to be able to purchase the homes that are great, that look great, they're decently priced and not overpriced. And the ones that are overpriced that need work are sitting on the market longer. So we're seeing sellers are having to reduce their prices to get competitive. Now, other benefits, though, continue to be you have all this equity if you're thinking of selling. It's not, no one is predicting any kind of major tanking of appreciation, just a leveling off of it. Maybe slight dips here and there in certain pockets of the market. But the average price appreciated 18% in the last 12 months, and we're a little higher than that in Vegas. And the average days on market is well below 10 in the Vegas market. The homes are sold if they're priced properly. Within the first week, if they're too high priced and they have to make adjustments, now we're getting closer to 30 days plus before the home is sold. So seller's market, again, you can see historically, back here in the 90s, we were in a seller's market, and then during the transition into the Great Depression, the Great Recession, and the foreclosure crisis that we had, it was a buyer's market, and we have been in a seller's market, ever since here, with really being a strong seller's market. So 3 reasons listings I think are going to continue. I agree with this throughout the fall and into the winter is there's continued pent-up selling demand. A lot of buyers in the last couple months have gone to the sidelines. There's a lot of buyer fatigue. People are tired of losing out on offers, especially to cash offers. If 29% this month of homes were cash, it still means over 70% were with loans. So don't lose hope if you're looking to buy a home. Keep watching. There's definitely more inventory, and there's definitely some adjustments happening with pricing. New construction is beginning to take off. There are some issues with new home construction, but in the Vegas market, there are definitely a lot of new homes. There's just going to be a longer wait time, definitely a higher price point. And the end of forbearance, as I just mentioned, is going to create new listings, because I do believe people are going to put their homes on the market not to risk going into foreclosure and short sales. But we will see an uptick of those, but not anything like we saw in the past. So make sure you reach out to a member of the Las Vegas and Henderson living team. We have a very aggressive modern marketing of what we do. We believe even in a hot market, it's important to showcase your home. If you're thinking of listing, we'll be glad to talk to you about what we do differently, what we do that a lot of real estate agents are just not doing just because the homes are selling so quickly. We still believe in professional photography is the highest quality, virtual tours, video walkthroughs. We have a YouTube channel where we're really talking about what it's like to live, work, and play here in the Las Vegas and Henderson Valley. Social media marketing ads, you've got it. We are here to take care of you. If you're thinking of buying, reach out to one of our experts. We will help you. We will put you with the right expert all around the valley to meet your needs. If you are thinking about buying and selling, we can talk to you about options that you have to only move once. So make sure you reach out and talk to us about that. All right, so until next month, this is Jan O'Brien. Make sure you follow us on social media. Just look for Living Las Vegas in Henderson over on YouTube, Instagram, Fidacity, and livinglasvegasandhenderson.com. Thanks for watching, and make it a great month.